Hello and welcome PTG. This is Anders of the SK Firewolves, and we are bringing you week 3 of the PTG Season 6 recap. I'm here with Devon of the Mid Valley Meows.
Meow, meow, meow. Hi, hello, it's Devin.
So yeah, we'll go over week 3. So to start off, we have the Real Boomers versus the Puerto Rican Grid Ninjas. 1-0-1 by the Puerto Rican Grid Ninjas.
Oh,
Then we have the Slowpokers versus the Ankara Arcanines, 1-2-0 by the Slowpokers. The Atlanta Braveries versus the Mid Valley Meows, 1-3-0. I've got that the wrong way round, haven't I?
yeah, you do. You
Okay.
beat me 3-0.
Yeah, 3-0. So Atlanta Braveries won 3-0. Then it was me versus the Ottawa Superiors. I lost 4-0. And then we have Pokechill versus the Holy Crusaders at 5-0.
Yeah, was a pretty fun time. Watched a lot of matches and stuff. Hold up. Oh gosh. Anyway, yeah. No. I forgot how we do this.
Well, I
You
was
just
just
want to do it, right?
yeah. Let's
Yeah.
go to straight to magenta. We'll talk about round 4 when we do predictions after we look at the matches. I think that will be a better
Okay. Yeah,
format.
yeah, that's right. We got to look at overview matches,
Yeah. So
predictions.
do you want to go over
Gotcha.
magenta?
Yes, of course. I love magenta. Let me make sure this is big enough for me to be able to read it. Okay, cool. So we had the Ottawa Oshawotts versus the the Nevada County Caterpies. Paul of the Ohio Oshawotts, right? Yeah, Ohio Oshawotts
Yeah.
was talking a lot of smack going into this fight. Um, Looks like he was humbled by Andy, as tends to happen. Um, not not that I like to coattail on my boy's glory or anything.
Every time Andy wins, I just see you on the shoulder, just like yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah.
You're always more happy than Andy himself is.
We got then the Brooklyn Mantykes versus the Birmingham Buzzwolves, and that fight. Oh, that fight. 1-1 in the Buzzwolves' favor, and oh, that was the fight. That might be my favorite fight of the season right there.
Talk about it more when
Um,
we get to it in the actual
Oh
fight
yeah, yeah,
section.
yeah, yeah. Of course, the London Lucarios versus the mighty Psyducks. Bam wins 1-0. Really tight match, fun to watch. Jeff of the Anaheim Appletons versus the Washington Weezings. Jeff pulls out 4-1, a timer match.
Hmm.
Um, and I don't know how that one actually went down because it was upside down.
Yeah,
Um,
had to twist my head
then,
right.
mhm. Then we had the Australian Alakazams versus the Blackfire Archeops. Australian Alakazams, I think, pulled off their first win of the season that match.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah,
Um,
good job, Ben.
wait. That's the wrong way around again. So we're just going to very quickly do a quick check to make sure. That does, because that's.
Also, please let Michael know that his Twitch was completely quiet and it was uncomfortable, and I did not like watching it.
Yeah.
But at least I could watch it.
So yeah, the Australian Alex Sams did win 2-0. I don't know why that's displayed like that. I copied it directly from the PTG sheet, so.
Sounds like Vinny's doing a bad job.
All right, so we'll go over to first of all the Puerto Rican Grid Ninjas versus the Reeler Boomers. No S tier from the Boomers, so that's kind of interesting. Do you have anything to say
Oh
about this?
yeah, I like this match. So going into it, looking at it, um, I watched Jamie's point of view, and he was really freaking calculated with not bringing Rillaboom. His be like going on like honestly, when I trialed Jamie, I pointed out like, hey, you gotta have max airstream on Sceptile for Rillaboom because like that guy will just come in. Even a bulky Rillaboom will really hurt Sceptile,
Yeah.
and he goes into it. He doesn't even bring Rillaboom because Jamie knew that Rillaboom was
Going to be prepped
like
for.
just Yeah, and he did well. Oh, and his Gengar play was top notch. Like, Jamie lost in the end, but I was rooting for him the whole time. Sorry, Greta. Sorry, Christian, but like the Gengar play had me sold. Sucks that it's going off of him this week. He did the classic Destiny Knot scarf.
Yeah,
Just classic, not Destiny Knot. Was that what Destiny Bond? There
yeah.
we go. Um, but really, like the big winner here is was once again, Sceptile showing that it is truly the best C Max.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Right, let's go on to the next one. The Slowpokers versus the Ankara Arcanines.
This was a showdown game. You should never play against Harun on Showdown.
Showdown. If it's on Showdown, then we can do something fun. We can watch it.
Do we have to?
Oh, one of those. Okay, no, we don't.
Like, Scotty pulled it out, but bruh. No, actually, no. It wasn't a stally. Like, Scotty came out of it complaining about stall, but it wasn't as stally as we've seen from Harun.
Mhm.
Yeah. We could play it.
Okay.
Just be aware, though, there's like 7 showdown matches this week for
Yeah,
whatever.
I plan to. They can get done super quickly, so what we'll do is we'll stick it on hyper fast. So if we see anything,
Good job.
yeah, that's just so we can just get a general gist of what's going on.
Wishy-Washy does an impressive amount of work in this match. I was kind of hesitant to acknowledge Wishy-Washy as a decent C-Max, and I proceeded to see it do some serious work. With the Ninetales play, I was very disappointed I did not see a freeze dry.
Yeah,
Like, he had the advantage. A freeze dry would have O-code that thing.
it is a shame. We're seeing Wishy-Washy being traded out. It's only been in for 1 week.
He traded
Yeah.
Wishy-Washy out?
Yep.
What the heck, Scotty?
He wanted his Luxray. Luxray's like his thing, isn't it? Remember?
Yeah, but it's like,
I
Okay.
also kind of like the Wishy-Washy more than the Luxray. But it is what it is, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, like Luxray is not bad. We both are on record as saying Luxray is the better not gimmick, one of the better not gimmick.
Yeah, its
C-Maxes.
stats and stuff does lend it to be really good in the D Max.
Yeah.
Especially if you can, because obviously with the Volt Tackle and stuff, it's not great. But if you can use the Volt Tackle in D Max form and stuff, and get the Guts boost, Flame Orb, or whatever, it can do really good stuff. So yeah, you just simply powered through the stall there. That was good. It was a good match.
Scotty is on record as saying he heckin' hates Clefable.
Yeah. It was good to see the Coma packing flamethrower. Otherwise, that Skarm was walling like.
Yeah.
I still don't really know what Licky Licky does. Like, I've yet to see Licky Licky prove useful.
I think it's supposed to be a special sponge.
It's not great if I remember correct though. As a special sponge, I'm gonna move down to the next one. You can talk about your match, and I'm gonna look up Licky Licky stats whilst I do that.
Yeah. Okay. This was me versus Jay. This fight. Oh gosh. So I prepped really hard for this, and also this fight has led me to believe I should just not do mock trials anymore. But I prepped pretty. I prepped pretty good for this one. I was really confident going into the match, and like honestly, the swings in momentum, the momentum shifts throughout the course were massive. I think it really came down to I lost because I let Darmanitan go down way too early. Darmanitan really was my win condition. I even said it in the video when I let Darmanitan go down. I was like, I probably let him go down too early, but okay, we can still come back for this.
Oh, I remember. I did watch this. Yeah, I remember that night. You really needed your Darmanitan to be aggressive. You needed it to be. It hitting Flare Blitz in the sun is just going to wipe out all of this.
I didn't. So when there was a minute where I hard switched Darmanitan on the Silvally Dragon. If I had actually just clicked Flare Blitz, because the Silvally Dragon clicked Parting Shot.
Yeah.
If I had just clicked Flare Blitz again, I would have been able to pull it off. I would have been able to win, because Jay will only manage to win by 1 HP.
Yeah.
If that Silvally didn't live on 1 HP from that max airstream, if I had clicked max darkness instead of max airstream, I would have been able to pull it off. But I did not. I did not do the right play.
Yeah.
I didn't. I looked at it. I assessed the threat, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't think it. I'm pretty sure airstream." I was under the impression that Victini was scarfed, even though it very clearly had heavy duty boots.
Yeah.
And no, it was okay. It was a fun match. Honestly, that's the thing I feel most strongly about this season. Is like I'm having a lot of fun with these matches. I don't typically play Sun. I don't typically play super aggressively, which you can no doubt tell watching my videos. Like I said, I should have clicked Flare Blitz again, but my brain is like, gotta switch.
Yeah.
But I'll fix it up with my match with Christian this week. Looking for you, buddy. Christian Puerto Rican ninjas.
Speaking of losing, let's check out. So this is another showdown match.
Oh wait, where's those Lick Lily stats?
Oh right, yeah, they're really not good. I did check. So
Pull them up. Show me. I want to see that Lick Lily.
I've got it on my phone because I did it on the side.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
the only thing it's got good is 110 HP. Then its defenses are both 95. So it's like fine.
That's
but like,
workable.
It's not worth a B tier if you ask me.
Does it get Drain Punch?
No.
Oh.
No. It gets Stab Explosion. That's something.
That's kind of cool. Well, that's cool.
I don't know.
Normal
I could see
Stab
it in
Explosion.
C tier, but B tier is too high for it, in my opinion. But what do I know? I've just lost 4-0 this week, so...
Yeah.
Let's watch that.
I feel bad watching this one because, like, in trials, we had, like, yeah, this could have worked.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah, it was not great.
Walk us through your thought process here.
So here we go. Okay, so oh my god, I meant to. Okay, yeah, no. So if we look here, so this was hyper special defense invested, right? And I saw him flip turn the previous thing because I thought. So my thinking here was he's going to think that I'm going to switch on Vaporeon because it's water. So I protected to scout out what he had, and then I expected him to then go Scald or a Surf or something, and he had such strong special defenses. I was like, I can take it and be fine and let that Toxic do some more chip. I wasn't expecting Flip Turn to do as much as it did. I had no normal defensive investment at all, and it just hitting for 55 or 45 was just mad. And then keeping the Flareon there on... I don't even know what was going through my head there. I think the issue was I had no idea what it was going to bring. And rather than protecting or something...
You trialed against that Rapidash.
I know.
It's got high horsepower.
I have no idea. There would have been almost no harm in switching to Slowbro there, and I just didn't. And, like, I can't even tell you a reason why. Just idiocy. Yeah.
It's okay. It happens.
So I lost my biggest and best pivot. Now weak to Nuzzles, and because he had Heal Bell to deal with everything, and this is just where it's like, you know, yeah.
I like that. There's the notes. Turn the timer on in the chat.
Yeah. So yeah, this sucks for me. The Vaporeon was always hard to deal with.
Yeah.
But under a light screen, it was a lot harder.
Does Calyrex not get like any sort of like electric attack option, or like what in DD get like some sort of electric
it gets a fair amount of variety, but its two stabs are so strong. It's usually better just to go with the stabs. So we're seeing good plays of Vaporeon here. Vaporeon is we can definitely say that Vaporeon is like the playmaker of this game for sure. My own Togedemaru is really messing me up.
You were on Showdown versus Vinny with like a Vaporeon bra. He was playing well.
Yeah.
Like like I hate to say you got outplayed, but
I
you
got
did just
outplayed for
straight get
sure.
outplayed.
I
Yeah,
mean, I like.
like definitely.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like the getting losing Flareon really early on to a stupid mistake I wouldn't normally make. Really. I forgot I had aromatherapy on this. That really messed me up in terms of like.
Oh wait, this part.
Yeah. Um,
That part messed me up. I was like, oh, we'll pause this for a second. Maybe go back a couple turns. Just highlight how absolutely ludicrous.
the
Like,
hell's.
I guess you have to hit
Um,
resume.
it's Okay, here we go.
There we go. There we go. Look at
It's
that. So
it's kind of
you
not
hit the.
working.
Don't worry about it. Just let it sit for a second. Just let it
Okay.
sit.
Oh, there
It's
we
got
go.
to think. There we go. See, what was that? That Ditto comes out and then uses Dark Pulse, and
Yeah,
my
it does.
brain watching this was like, "What is going on? That has to be some kind of glitch. Maybe the Ditto didn't just didn't transform."
Yeah.
Because I was like, maybe indeed he has Dark Pulse. I don't know if indeed he gets Dark Pulse, but
Like I had guessed it was the Zorok at the time, but
my first thought was Vinny forgot to put impersonator on his imposter on his Ditto.
yeah, I think because I think I was Life Orb in DD and I went for Dazzling Gleam that turn. I'd hoped
Mm-hmm.
that he thought I was going to switch into Klefki. So he's gonna go flamethrower because that was being with like the obvious play, but like this was my issue here because I had done stuff like sacking Flareon, which would have been the easy switch on Zorak. It could switch into anything Zorak had.
Mm-hmm.
Losing that early on just made it like so I had to double guess what he was going to do because with the right move, Klefki was going down, or indeed one of them was
Mm-hmm.
going to go down, and it was just I was just thinking, what's the more obvious play? It would be Klefki, so I'll keep in with Ndidi and try and get it with the Dazzling Gleam. But that was clearly the wrong play, um, which will be the theme of the match. Yeah,
Sorry, Anders. I'm sorry I had to draw attention to the Ditto play. The Zora arc being Ditto.
I mean it makes sense.
It was
So
just so
this
goofy.
I saw the protect coming here, and I thought this is just going to be the perfect chance to actually get some boosts going. Um, Obviously, I had the biggest worry of Ditto coming in, but I knew that it was going to have to hard switch, and Ditto does not have the HP to hard switch, so he was either going to have to let the Vaporeon die or the Ditto die, which was my thinking at the time. Um, so this was just a yum yum yum, get some Kangaskhan meat there. So
Yeah.
yeah, Slowbro could tank. Yeah, so that was basically the plan. Um, but not getting rid of the Vaporeon, I mean, obviously, I would have rather got rid of the Vaporeon than the Armaldo. So,
Yeah.
and this Nuzzle is just, having lost both Flareon and Indeedee, just not being able to get rid of my powers now.
This turn. This bit.
Oh,
These
don't
next
even.
couple turns.
Yeah. Oh, it hurts so much. But it makes a difference because Vaporeon would have gone down there.
Mm-hmm.
And the leftovers did enough to get it. Look at that, 4%.
Yep.
It is what it is. And I lost my reflect because of it, so now he can flip turn or whatever. Not that he did. But it's fine. Yeah, so we're seeing. Yeah, so this is that moment, that exact moment I worked out that Zorak had. What do you call it? A focus, and I could do nothing about it because I'd got the wrong thing in. I knew that Cali because I assumed that he is scarfed.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, scarf. I'll just get some things up and I'll sweep with Calyrex. Nope, Sash won him that. So I had nothing to actually deal with anything there with the clef key. So yeah,
Bad times.
yeah. I mean, great on Vinny's part. I really like Vinny, so.
Great
Yeah.
for Zoro, yeah. Great for Zoro's Zoroark's
5-0. Yeah.
5-0, yeah.
What's interesting if you look at his team, he didn't bring his S tier or his Uber, and it just messed with me. I planned so much for Cinderace and Garchomp, and it's just like, nope. um, It is
I
what it is.
feel like when you have like super major obvious threats, like when you don't bring them, it really does throw a wrench in the other guy's
Yeah.
team. I mean, if you don't bring them right.
Yeah. No, Vinny played extremely well. Extremely well. The sad thing is, if I just not sacked Flareon early on, it would have been a lot. Just all the times that Zorak would have come in, it would have been much easier to just switch Flareon in and soak. Not saying that it was a perfect counter because Zorak is crazy strong, nearly as strong as Alakazam in its special attack. But it would have at least been a switch in, right? And I would have been able to soak at least two or so, depending if I could get wishes off, right? But just having nothing that could switch into Zorak after Flareon went down, it just meant that this thing was just chipping, you know, and then eventually sweeping. So yeah, no, really good on Vincent's part, and of course Ditto stopping the Kangaskhan's sweep, showing how good Ditto is. Because once Kangaskhan had its attack up and everything, had the sucker punch and everything, it could do some work, but no.
Although you didn't have Sucker Punch on it, otherwise you would have clicked it, right?
No, not versus the Ditto. Because the Ditto would have outsped with a Choice Scarf.
Not if you click Sucker Punch.
Yeah. The if you both go for priority, the one with the fastest speed wins.
Well, yeah, but if he didn't, and he didn't.
True. Okay. Let's go to the Puerto Rican Greninjas versus the Holy Crusaders. Tell me about that.
That was actually Poke and Chill versus the Holy Crusaders.
Oh, Poke and Chill. What did I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, Puerto Rican Greninjas.
That was his. That match was pretty. Honestly, like Poke and Chill. Y'all need to quit with the swear words. I know. I'm only calling it attention to because like 3 minutes into his video, he says the S word, and he's like, "Oh heck, I've 3.5 minutes in, and I've already I've already cussed at once." He had actually cussed like 4 times before that leading into it. I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But honestly, the match, he had control. Michael was just honestly like thrashing Hassan pretty thoroughly. Like the entire match, like he had a whole big like fun gimmicky Dialga, and he did really mess up when he set Trick Room up early on and just let the Slowbro Galar do its thing.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Slowbro Galar's thing was not doing much damage. Like one Calm Mind wasn't enough to give Slowbro Galar the edge to really utilize that Trick Room, and Hassan wasn't able to find an opening to do another Calm Mind, which really is what was the determining factor in those first few turns.
Yeah.
After the Trick Room was up, though, like it got gone, Michael just kind of aggressively took control back, set up some screens, and like had his Rotom washout on the Rotom fan, and Hassan does Nasty Plot 2 times on his Rotom to overcome the screens, and Hassan in turn gets a singular kill on the Rotom Wash. Goes into Nihilago and proceeds to just Meteor Beam and Oko the D-Max. Because that's how that goes. It was a good draw. It was a good match. Like Michael's gonna go far. Yeah. I would be surprised to not see him in playoffs at the very least.
I'm facing him next. That's my next matchup. It's exciting.
Yeah. Good luck, buddy.
Thanks. Trial me already.
Yeah, I'll do you tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow? That's my time when I'm facing him.
Oh.
But yeah, no worries. I am joking.
Shit.
You just scored. Good job. After that rant. That was the last one, yeah. Okay, so we'll talk about Magenta. So first we have the Ohio Oshawotts versus the Nevada County Catapetes. You were practically Very excited earlier when you were talking about it. Do you want to talk about it again now? Uh,
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
no
like,
D-Max. I saw Michael didn't have his D-Max there either, so it's kind of interesting seeing how many people are not bringing their D-Max. It's a female
a
notice
lot
on
of
the side, actually.
sometimes your DMAX just doesn't apply.
Yeah.
Like when you have the not as, and also Andy's DMAX this week was Absol for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, of course he's not going to use that. That's a really crap DMAX, and he was a fool for grabbing it.
It's a cool mod.
Yeah, it was
But
cool.
yeah.
Conceptually, it's a tight Pokemon. Really, really cool. Really. Yeah, yeah. I like Absol. But yeah, this match. I honestly like. It was another showdown match. Oh yeah, it was a showdown match. Let's just watch
Let's
it.
just watch it. Let's have a look. That's going to be the... Yeah, that's the last showdown match out of all of them. So we haven't got any more showdown matches to watch.
Thank goodness.
We'll watch this on hyperfast. So we go straight for the...
Yeah, that was
Isochron
the big
Crusher.
one. Like, I don't know what Mike Paul was thinking leaving Marowak out on Mamoswine, but he did that for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And Registeel just out here doing the defensive pressure
yeah.
work. Like, I've never liked Registeel as a Pokemon, but in the recent months, I have fallen in love with it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Avdo always used to make it work as well. I think I even said that to Andy, during the drafting. I was like Avdo loves this Pokemon. So, yeah, that was crazy. Very fast sweep from Andy. I think we saw Reggie still doing most of the work there.
Yeah, the defensive... It's intense. Oh, Bams is also a showdown. It's a Facebook link, but that Facebook link is to a showdown video that is 4 minutes long.
Why would you do that?
And Bam doesn't say anything during it because nobody wants to hear Bam talk.
That's just us talking about Buckfast.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, that's just going to be a normal video. We're not going to watch that.
Okay.
Anyway.
No worries.
So yeah,
Dang it, Bam.
That's Brooklyn Mantites versus the Birmingham Buzzwalls. 1-1. You wanted to talk about that. That was a big match, right?
That was the match. That was the match that Matthew of the Brooklyn Mantites had won, but Timer gave it to Jamie.
Yeah.
Literally, so it literally comes down to the last 5 seconds, last 10, 15 seconds, and it's a Focus Sash Lycanroc at full HP versus a Barraskewda at full HP in the rain.
Yeah.
Literally, Barraskewda was locked into close combat. Barraskewda close combats. And takes Lycanroc down to, 1 HP, then Lycanroc Stone Edges to kill the Barraskewda, right? That's how it should have gone down, and the Lycanroc should have won. No, Matt pressed Sucker Punch to hit the Barraskewda before the close combat, and then the timer ran out.
Oh, that's wild.
He was making the safe play. If this was Showdown, Matt had won.
Yeah.
If there was literally an extra 5 seconds on the clock, Matt had won.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's genuinely crazy.
Yeah, like it sucks because he had no guard Lycanroc. He in his video he rationalized clicking Sucker Punch as the safer play because it's not gonna miss.
Oh no! Right? Yeah.
Yeah, and then his video cut to black with the censoring.
Oh, I genuinely feel a little bad.
It was probably like his videos are great. Like if you can watch one of these hour-long dribbles of us kind of moaning on, then you could definitely watch one of Matthew's videos. They're definitely worth it. You're not wasting your time.
All right, let's move on to the next one. So we have the London Lucarios versus the Mighty Psyducks, which we would have watched on Showdown if we'd actually been given a Showdown link. Bam!
Yeah, what the heck, bruh? Just text him, right? Get it. Go put up Messenger right now. Be like, "Oi, Bam,
Yeah.
give us the link, mate."
Yeah, alright, I'll do that. You can talk about the match. I'll ask him now.
Yeah, yeah. There we go. Um, Bam's match was a bat match of big swings, heavy momentum shifts. Well, no, not really. Um, Bam seemed like he was in control for a good portion of the first half. Um, and then it kind of flipped with the Avalug going C-Max. The C-Max Avalug actually mattered because the Assault Vest stayed on it. The Avalug tanked way more hits than I've seen the Avalug tank previously, which was great. And then Zamazenta came in and Behemoth bashed it. And Zamazenta came in and Behemoth bashed the next thing as well. Really, Zamazenta was the thing that won Bam the match here.
Yeah.
Its defenses were enough to really give him the favors. Oh, also, London Lucario's Zapdos. Zapdos did work this match.
Bam apparently has the link, so well, he just said, I said, you got the showdown link to your week 3 match versus London Lucario's, and he just said, yeah, and I just said, can you send, please?
Okay, yes.
Anytime this year, Bam.
That'd be nice. I like the Cobalion on the London Lucario. I've always felt Cobalion is a very strong draft Pokemon.
It's really good. The nicest thing about Cobalion, I noticed this during the what was the not SSGB, the DLC one, the DLC draft. I had Cobalion. Literally in the DLC draft, Cobalion was like one of the last steals left not drafted. So I didn't like go in with that one planning to go for it, right? It just like I really wanted a steel type, and it was like one of the few left that I could choose, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna have Cobalion. And then I realized how much I'd underrated it. It's like one of the few steel types that actually has Volt Switch as a pivot, aside obviously.
Sister with the U-turn.
No, I'm talking about Volt Switch as a pivot.
Magneton.
Magneton, Magnezone, and Togedemaru. But it's the only non-electric in the whole game that gets Volt Switch, which is just like, why? But what's really nice is you can do some really fun things. When you think an Intimidate Mon is coming out, you can, a knockoff is coming out, you can switch the Cobalion in and get that free attack boost. Okay, we have the showdown link. Let me
cool beans
get that out. So come on, there we go. So we'll do this on.
Do it on regular pace because I want to keep it busy for.
I'll keep it on fast rather than.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, I like the meteor beam here. That's kind of cool.
I was expecting Necrozma to do more damage. I am honestly super unaware of how intensive the Calyrexes are.
Yeah, the Calyrexes are crazy. Of course, all the speed and special attack going into the Shadow one, and that one having lots of defenses and attack. So
I don't know what Bam was thinking with the Toxic that turn.
Yeah. Maybe I was thinking Zapdos would come in? No, that wouldn't make sense. Yeah, there's almost nothing. I suppose Avalog? But Avalog doesn't have good... Yeah, that Toxic was just a misplay, I guess.
Yeah. That was just a bad call on Bam's end. But, it doesn't matter. Bam still won.
Yeah. So he's just gonna... Yeah.
You get to see Zamazenta to pull weight, though. I like seeing this dog do things. Oh, that's right. The Whirlwind plays.
Yeah, Whirlwind's crazy. So Zapdos is going to outspeed... Oh, I'm surprised. Okay, yeah, no, that was quite big, actually.
It was a air balloon Chandelure.
Yeah.
Which is weird as heck. Well, I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
Not really weird, because, Hippowdon exists, but...
Yeah, I get it to deal with a Hippowdon, actually. It makes a lot of sense to deal with a Hippowdon.
That energy ball.
Yeah. Oh, that burn is massive. So...
Why you pack the flame body on your... Also, I didn't realize Weather Ball in the sand was rock type and not ground type.
Yeah, neither did I. That's
It's not a thing that comes up often when you're running sand teams,
No.
because sand Pokemon tend to be physical.
So that Behemoth mash, just doing double damage at Dynamax here, just shows how useful that is, because that's crazy. To get a mon like Avalugg with that crazy defense and make it look like he's got no defense is just wild.
Yeah.
So
and
yeah,
surviving the high house horsepower to boot from Calyrex.
yeah. How much did high horsepower do? So it did 20%. So if it hadn't have been burnt from that flame body Chandelure, would that have killed
Would have
them?
won. Yeah, that would have killed.
So that mattered. Big game, big game.
Good job, Chandelure. MVP.
So we go the Anaheim Appletons versus the Washington Weezings. Apple wins 4-1. Do you want to talk about this match?
It was upside down. I couldn't watch it.
Oh
sorry,
yeah,
Jeff.
I remember
Did you
watching
watch
it. I did watch it at the time actually, but it's been a while and I don't remember anything about it. I'm afraid. It doesn't help that my head was...
show did work.
Yeah. I don't really remember. Normally, this is the part where I'd go back to the video and watch, but genuinely the whole video is upside down, so that's not great for great viewing experience. Sorry, Jeff.
Marky.
Congratulations on your win. Anyone who's very curious, I recommend watching the video. But good luck.
That's a funny guy. So hold up. The first half of the video is right side up.
No, it isn't.
When he's doing his team breakdown, it's
oh
right
yeah,
up.
the team breakdown, because that's on Showdown. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, after that, it kind of. So I don't really have much to say about it. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll go to the next one.
Let's try. Whoa. Since neither of us seem to remember, let's just try to guess which two of Jeff's Pokemon went down.
Ooh, okay. I reckon Mind Show. And I reckon...
Really?
Yeah. I reckon Mind Show did work, but I reckon it got punished in the end. But by the time, it was too late. And then I reckon...
I'm going to say Luxray went down.
Yeah, I was going to say Mind Show and Luxray.
I think Luxray and... Yeah. No, maybe Toge. Luxray and Toge.
Yeah.
Toge because there's a Heliolisk or a Dugtrio and a lot of rock coverage, a lot of Toge coverage floating around on that team.
Unless he's packing Flamethrower, Dugtrio, it just pretty much deals with Toge.
Oh yeah, Toge is definitely packing Flamethrower. I don't know. The
thing is,
it's probably
Dugtrio is so vulnerable. For a D-Max, it's just a bit of a weird choice. Like, I really like Dugtrio, but it needs to be hitting and running. It just does not have the defensive stats to stay in on anything.
No.
Anyway, next match. So we have the Australian Alakazams versus the Fire Corviknights, won by the Australian Alakazams. Yeah, this is... if I remember, Stoutland did like a ton of work here. So we have the stand team versus general all-out good team. So yeah, do you remember this match at all?
I watched it today, and I remember the Stoutland team losing.
They didn't.
Let's
no, we checked this. This was literally the match we just checked at the beginning. And
yeah, did we look at
went.
the actual last frames?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
They definitely won. You could watch this video back and see.
Okay. I recall that Dracovish did not have Sand Rush. Dracovish, I was a little shocked by that.
After going through the kill leaderboard, Dracovish has only one kill for all 3 matches played so far.
It's because Dracovish is easy to prep for.
Yeah. Unless you're Kasim, who just wrecked everything with Dracovish.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, no. Even if you gave Kasem fucking Dracovish and Arter, like, Kasem didn't show up in this league because he didn't want to catch some flack. Just saying, if you're out there watching these Kasem, we know. But no, big things that the Australian Alakazams, that's right, because Machamp never even hit the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It was mostly Stoutland doing work. Actually, way more work than I thought Stoutland was capable of. Because I have trash talked Stoutland pretty much every week.
Hmm.
Um, and this is the first week where I've actually seen Stoutland do well. Uh, Also, the Urshifu single strike was unnaturally bulky,
Yeah. I mean,
but this match,
Urshifu naturally has big bulk. Both of them. It's one of the
no,
reasons.
isn't Urshifu kind of frail?
No, let me get the stats up. um, let me get the stats up.
I
So
remember what the thing was that won the Alakazam's the game though. It was Celebi.
yeah, so Urshifu has naturally 100 HP and 100 defense. It does have 60 special defense, so you don't really want to bring it in on special attackers. But if you bring it on a physical
Okay.
attacker, it's like that's more than Slowbro Galar. So
Okay. That makes sense. Nah, it was a Celebi that won him the game. And it was like not even scarfed or life orb or anything. It was just cranking off psychics and dazzling gleams at the end, mopping up like the last like three Pokemon, no problem.
yeah, yeah. The Celebi is really good. It's just that grass psychic typing being so vulnerable to U-turn makes it really hard to predict. Like, oh, can I actually safely switch it in? You know?
Yeah. It was managed to outspeed the remainder of the team and take it off, and that was the big thing. Celebi was the MVP for the Alakazams.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of MVPs, now it's time to look at our kill leaderboard. I did a lot of work on this one. I think we've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've got 11 because the last two drew here, and I didn't want to pick a favorite, so I just put them both in.
Nice.
I'm very kind like that. So yeah, so this is the kill leaderboard. So the interesting thing here is we're only seeing the Dynamax C tier being the top two and the very last one. All the rest are A's, S's, and Ubers. I mean, it's not that surprising, but like usually you'd expect like it to be more flooded with Dynamaxes, but we see more A tiers here than Dynamaxes. More A tiers here than anything else, actually. So
Yeah.
Birmingham
Barraskewda's
Buzzwolves
been doing
hogging
like
the top.
yeah. That's again Birmingham Buzzwolves. You know what was it? Scarf Kyogre Water Spout win the game. Yeah. Surprising
Apart
to
from
not see
Kyogre's not
Kyogre
here.
on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like honestly. There's a surprising lack of Ubers, if you ask me. The
Yeah,
fact that
just
there's only
two.
two of them on here,
And
like,
if you'd asked me which Ubers would be on here, it would not have been these two.
no.
Yeah.
Like, I expect the Ubers
Oh,
to be doing a lot more work than they're doing.
This is actually a mistake. Single strike's an Uber, not an S tier.
Oh, my bad.
My bad. I didn't put it. I didn't put it right. I put it as an S tier.
Oh, well, you're bad then.
Yeah. So we're seeing even one less S tier here, and all the rest are A tiers, which is kind of crazy. And the only S tier here being Nilhaligo, not what I would have expected.
And Nihilego has got some pretty strong sweep potential. Every
Yeah.
one of these Pokemon that are here on the list, well, not every one of them. Looking at you, Registeel. Most of the Pokemon here are like sweeper types.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see that.
Like
Yeah.
Registeel and Necrozma, no, but the rest are all sweepers.
Yeah. I mean, Necrozma, you give it the agility. Yeah, it could definitely sweep for sure. It's just a little bit on the slow side that stops it sweeping normally.
Mm-hmm. It's the could be a sweeper, but it's probably not.
Yeah. Kind of like Urshifu as well. Urshifu doesn't sweep that often. It just having under 100 speed makes it a little bit hard to sweep. But it hits so hard that you're catching a lot of mons in on switching and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Anyway, let's move to the leaderboard. So this is our leaderboard now. So we're seeing like a huge differential lead with the top three. like no one's catching up to Pokechill anytime soon. Even if I 6-0 him this week, he's still going to be in the top 3.
Dang.
Yeah, unless the Atlanta Braveries pull some crazy stuff out. But basically, this leaderboard's not going to be jumping spaces that much in the top half department. However, if you go to 4th place to 10th place, there is just 6 points between the 4th place and the 10th place, which means all of these can be shuffled in a week, which is kind of crazy.
I just need to win one.
Oh yeah, you haven't. Oh my god, you haven't won one yet. Sorry, I didn't mean to rub that in.
No, it's okay. It's okay. This isn't the first time I've been battling from the bottom.
Yeah, I'm not doing too great either.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's nice down here.
So we're seeing Pokechill 3-0, Ottawa Superiors 3-0, the Reela Boomers 2-1, Atlanta Braveries 2-1, Slowpokers 1-2, Ankara Arcanines 1-2, the Holy Crusaders 1-2, myself 1-2, Puerto Rican Greninjas 1-2, and Mid Valley Meows yourself at 0-3. Only a -5 though, which goes to show they haven't been big losses, right?
No, they've all been really close. Like my worst loss was a -3.
So basically, this 4th position is like everyone's to fight for. Yours to fight for a little bit harder than everyone else's because you still need that. You need that other win.
Yeah. I want to say was not expecting, like, I was expecting Jamie towards the top, and I don't often expect to see Vincent, like, I guess since last season he was towards the top, but like my brain doesn't register Vincent as a threat, which really goes to show you there's a mistake.
Yeah.
Because he totally steamrolled me. It's just because he's such a good-natured fellow.
Vincent's always been a threat in every draft he's ever been in.
Yeah, I know, and I don't know why my brain do that. It's probably
because he's
got
never
a puppy dog for his
because,
profile picture.
Yeah, it's because he's never made finals as well. I think that you have the habit of, not you, but people in general have the habit of underestimating him. But if you look at his record is always amongst the best in our drafts. So. Yeah, no, we're seeing big stuff here. I know it's a meme, but I do think this Cyan tier is stacked. You know, these are all people who've made playoffs in the past.
Not Poke and Chill.
Yeah, not Poke and Chill. He's just come to dominate.
He's the stranger from a faraway land who's come to fucking dismantle our institution.
I can't believe you told him off for swearing, and you just F-bombed.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I've been engaging in things. You know.
Yeah. Okay. We'll go to Magenta.
So
we're seeing an even bigger differential. So I was saying how big 9 was. 14. I mean, it's Andy. This is pretty much okay. So, no offense. I wasn't expecting Buzz to be as high as it was. Like,
bro, did you see his team?
Yeah, of course. Like, I know you. Jamie's always performed well. But he's always, like, every time he's ever played, he's straddled just about playoffs point. Like this sort of area here, like 5, 6, 7th. Like, he's never been bottom. But I don't think he's ever been like top before. So he's doing really well this season. He's not just top, but like, so with his 11 differential, he's actually higher than Cyan's differential top. So that just goes to show you how well he's doing right now.
Yeah, the guy's on fire. He's playing really like some of the best matches I have seen him do.
Yeah. Like, the reason we're focusing on him more than... We pretty much just expect Andy to be on the top at this point, don't we?
Honestly, yeah. Like, I'm sorry, bro. You're really good. And that Mewtwo, I can't wait for it to hit the field.
Yeah. We also always expect Bam to be in the top 3. It's where he's been in almost every draft for recent history. So, yeah, doing really good here.
Yeah.
But next week, Bam versus Andy, so it's an interesting one. I have just seen it before we started recording, so I'm not going to give spoilers. But it's an
I have
interesting match.
not.
Watch it after this.
Bro, that's like if history shows like it historically that matchup goes in season to Bam and in final like in playoffs to Andy.
hmm But we're going to keep
I don't
talking about
know.
the rest because
I'll
I'm not going
watch
to give
it.
spoilers. So we have the
Yeah.
Ohio Oshawas is the only one at 2-1 with 5. And then we see a bunch of 1-2s with the Brooklyn Mantikes at -2, easily catch upable. Anaheim Appletons 1-2, once again, easily catch upable. It just takes one match to turn that into a positive differential. Fire Corviknights -5, once again, easily catch upable. We're going to have to do a little bit more work for the Australian Alakazams at -7, but the thing is, because we've got so many in this position, all we need is one of the people above him to lose the next match and him to win the next match, and he's suddenly in playoffs range. So that's big. Washington Weezing's at the same position you were, but with worse differential, so he's really going to have to put some work in to catch up.
Bro, why couldn't I be in that division?
Yeah, you would be if you was in that division. Okay, no, you'd still be here because 0-3, but
Yeah, but I'd have a greater chance of getting into playoffs.
and then we have. I suppose we're gonna have to face each other at some point, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we have the London Lucarios at -12. One, I still think very catch upable. You can definitely recover from that.
It's still like it's only week 3.
The thing is, like say for example, Fire Corviknight's Australian Alakazams had really bad luck or matchups or whatever, or just didn't win again. All it would take is 2 wins, and the London Lucarios is jumping up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the leaderboard. So very quickly before we leave, we'll talk about the round 4 predictions. I shall do this side because I've seen BAMs. So we got the Ankara Arcanines versus the Relabooms. I know how that one actually went. Do you remember how that one went?
No.
I'll let you do the prediction for that then.
Jamie.
Okay.
Boomers, because Stall. Had to heck with Stall.
And then we have you versus the Puerto Rican Greninjas. Has that match happened yet?
No, we're gonna do it to Monday.
Okay.
So
Ooh.
like in 2 days.
Who do I think
I've
will win
done
this one?
0 prep and 0 thought. I'm going into it completely smooth brained.
I think you're both planning that though, from what I've seen, right?
Huh?
You're both going in like that, from what I've seen, right?
No. He's prepping. I assume he's prepping. like I said, yo, you want to go in smooth and not think about it? And he says, no, I'm gonna prep. And I says, okay, I'm not going to.
Fair enough. On that basis, I'm going to predict the Puerto Rican Greninjas.
Bro, I was at my biggest threat last season when I did no prep.
Yeah, but
Just saying.
and it also cost you the playoffs. Just saying. You should have won that. You had the better matchup and you got dominated.
This is that maybe yeah, happens sometimes.
All right,
sometimes you get dominated.
Well, I won't complain because that match that after that led to probably my favorite win I've ever done, because it was like the worst matchup I've ever had in draft and managed to pull out and win. So
yeah, it was good.
not that Bam will ever acknowledge it.
He still hasn't given you your belt.
No, my belt still hasn't. Apparently, he sent it in the post ages ago, and then it still hasn't arrived.
Like, yeah, dang ol'.
Reckon it'll arrive before Christmas at this point.
Maybe. It'll probably arrive sometime next March.
I want to hang my belt on my wall. Come on, Bam.
I want to have the family home just to let them look at my belt.
I have a feeling that I'm not going to be getting any belt this season, so I need my last season belt. So we have the Holy Crusaders versus... Oh no, the Ottawa Superiors versus Slowpokers. Look, I mean, we've seen Slowpokers make it to the finals, so definitely don't underestimate Scotty. And we've never even seen Vincent in the finals. But Vincent's on form, so I'm going to give it to Vincent this one. The Holy
I.
What do you think?
Mm, oh wait, yeah. I think I like Scotty. I want to say Scotty's gonna win this.
So you don't like Vincent?
No, I like Vincent too. So Vincent always helps me. Um, I just think that I just think I think Scotty's got he's got his Lux Ray and he's going to use it correctly.
I always love your reasonings. All right, so we have the Holy Crusaders versus the Atlanta Braveries. I'm probably going to lean in favor of the Atlanta Braveries.
Go Jay.
Yeah, Hassan's.
Wanna...
I don't think Hassan's been on point this season. He can play really well. I just think he hasn't. Then myself versus Pokechill. Go on, Dev. Give your honest opinion.
Honestly, I think you're gonna get thrashed. I said that last week too, and I feel bad. But
but you weren't wrong last week.
Yeah. I'm gonna work with you, but like the brain meets. I don't think your heart's in it, right? You gotta hunker down. Gotta put your faith in those Pokemons.
You wait till you see my team. It's But yeah, the only one who's trialed me so far is Bam. Shout out to Bam. Shame on you, the rest of the normal trial teams. I'm calling you out now. Andy, come on, what's going on? Christian, calling you out. Devin.
I'll build your team right after we're off the phone. No worries. No worries.
You don't have
to.
Do
it. I'll do it. Don't worry. I got you.
It's fine. I realize where the loyalties are.
No, like... I want to see you win.
I don't want to hear excuses. I want to hear predictions. Okay. So we have the Birmingham Buzzwolves versus the Ohio Oshawas. What do you think?
I mean, I want to Jamie Weather Solidarity.
Yeah. You haven't seen this matchup, so what do you think?
Probably Andy. It's Andy.
Mm-hmm.
He wins a lot. Like honestly, just when you're betting on if you were to take bets, Andy's like payouts would be like if you bet on Andy, you got to pay other people money if he wins.
Well, okay, Washington Weasels versus the Brooklyn Mantikes.
Matthew. I want to see Matthew win things. He deserves good things, and I like his videos, and it's really exciting when he wins. So I want to see more of it.
Definitely solid reasoning behind why he would win. Fire Corviknight versus the London Lucarios.
Lucarios haven't won yet. Fire Corviknights, honestly, I feel like Michael was really close in that last match. I think he's gonna pull his head into it and win this match. No, the Lucarios just came off a pretty bad loss. He's got his rep on the line. He's gonna fight like a scrapper for it. Yeah, Lucarios has got this.
Okay, then Australian Alakazams versus the Anaheim Appletons.
Is it upside down?
Yeah, it's guaranteed upside down.
The Australians got it.
Yeah, that's where they naturally are.
Yeah.
Very quickly before we head off, what we're going to do is we're going to have a very quick look at the trades from week 3. So, we have we talked about this Drifblim going to me.
Yay.
So I got the Drifblim. So we're seeing Dugtrio lost for Dusknoir. Oh no, that's Hassan's Dugtrio, not the D-Max. Okay. And we're seeing Mogrim go for Cradley. Seeing Luxray, D-Max going to Mienshao. We're seeing Raichu coming in. And we're seeing Umbreon for Crocodile and Rhydon for Sneasel. So we're seeing big changes for Jeff's team here coming in for week 4. So we're seeing, this is what we were talking about earlier. Wishy-Washy for Luxray. Bam's getting some big changes. So we see Kabutops for Togetic, Thunderous for Aegislash, and Politoed for Goodra. I think the Politoed one makes sense because he was having two sets of weather wars going on. He didn't need rain and hail. So
Yeah,
this just makes...
we said it last week. It was a silly idea to begin with.
Yeah. So here we have Andy snapping up the Kabutops that was given up earlier.
Literally within 10 seconds. Like, the moment ban was like, Kabutops out, and he's like, Kabutops in.
Yeah.
I don't know what the heck Andy's got planned for Kabutops.
Kabutops is great. It's got a really good attack. Double speed in rain, and then double special defense in sand, which means that you can like use your rock moves or water move stabs to get like either double special defense or double speed. It's a really nice little thing. And if you think about it that way, it's giving you a double boost, at least in the short term, compared to like most DMAX moves, which just give you a single boost. So if you can use the weather efficiently, it's actually really effective. Not that I need to tell you that, but also obviously rain giving you the boost, stab boost for water moves as well, which is just crazy. So your liquidations are just going to do double damage, and you're going to be outspeeding everything, and you've got really strong attack. Kabutops is crazy, crazy good. But yeah. They have the Puerto Rican Ninjas losing Celesteela for Volcarona. We're seeing a very tanky Mon going for a very aggressive Mon. I think this could actually really work for him.
I think it's exactly what his team needed.
Yeah.
And I think it was maybe slightly in prep for facing off against the Sun team this week. I don't know. Maybe. Just a little bit. I just realized he's got Volcarona against me this week. I gotta be careful of that energy ball.
Yeah, you haven't prepped for this at all, have you?
Nope.
Alright, we have the Rillaboomers Gengar for Umbreon. I mean, I don't know if I agree with this. I like Gengar. I can see why he's done it because he's got Koffringus here. We'll see how it works for him. I mean, Rillaboomers has been doing really good, so who am I?
Seems like a trade of honestly, he'd been with Gengar. The only thing he had been successful in doing is destiny bonding things.
I mean, Gengar has nearly the same special attack as Alakazam. It's got crazy speed, and stab poison, stab ghost is always good.
Oh yeah, it just hasn't been good for him on his team.
Yeah, that's true. We're seeing two slow mons come in.
Dispute.
Yeah,
but I think it may I don't know if I agree with the exact choice. I don't know if he needed more bulk.
Yeah.
But I can understand why he did it.
Yeah. Heal Bell is really nice. I don't know if he had a Heal Bell before. So
true.
So yeah.
Wish Pass.
And then we see Guzzlord for Koffringus. I mean, Guzzlord is Guzzlord. I want to see people do well with it, but I've never seen anyone do well with it. It's like one of those monsters which I want to see do work. And you're like, oh wow, it's got like 250 HP or whatever it is, and then you see, oh, it's got like 30 defense and special defense or whatever it is, and like no speed, and
slow.
No actual good moves. Okay. So yeah, I think Koffringus beats out Guzzlord here for sure.
Easy peasy.
We're seeing the Ghost and we're seeing the Dark. I mean, that's basically what you need. You needed that more than the Dragon and the Poison, so it makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think we'll call it a day here.
Yeah, that's excellent. It was a good time. Appreciated looking at them teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll hopefully see you all next week. So thanks for joining us all, and thank you for coming along as well, Devon. So
yeah, not a problem. Have a good night. Meow, meow, meow.
Bye-bye.